I'm back, Roma Buchanan, with another tool tutorial. Today, what we're going to demo is my Bale ear wire coiling pliers. They're fabulous. I'll show you how to quickly and easily make ear wires with this tool. I mean, you will be amazed how fun. Of course, remember to always wear eye protection, tie long hair back, make sure your work surface is stable, you've got plenty of light. I think we need to get going. So let's get started. What I'm going to demonstrate today is how to use these baling coiling pliers and round nose pliers and flush cutters to make quick and easy ear wires. These ear wires were made with 20 gauge copper wire. 20 gauge is the average size that you want to use for an ear wire because that is the common ear wire size. Now in today's earlobe world, ear holes are getting bigger and bigger and people are doing wilder and wilder things with them. I'm just instructing you today on a traditional 20 gauge ear wire, but that doesn't mean you can't make the same earring with a 16 gauge wire, a 14 gauge wire, and those are numbers that are frequently used for ear wires today. So, don't let the size that I'm showing you hold you back if you've got a customer or you yourself have larger ear holes, which seems to be the raging fashion. What I'm going to do is I've cut myself a 4-inch piece of 18 gauge copper wire. I'm using a bit thicker wire so it's easier for you to see. So what I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to use one more tool. I'm going to also use a pair of chain nose pliers. Chain nose pliers have the flat mouth, round nose pliers have the round nose, and these are the ear wire makers. Alright, let's grab the wire. I'm going to lay the wire across the mouth of the plier, right at the tip, just enough to where I can barely feel it on this end. I'm going to be pushing opposing. I'm going to be pushing this direction with this hand, down this direction with this hand, and I'm going to make a little Barbie doll umbrella handle. So now I'm going to crush that flat, and I'm going to use that now as my starter for a coil. So I'm going into the back of the plier here, and I'm going to grab it, and half of this little coil is half in and half out. And so I just use that as my starting point to coil, and I just keep going. And see how I have this finger, I'm bracing the plier jaw with this finger right here. I'm also kind of almost pulling up on it a little bit. Bracing is half of your success in wire working or metal working. Having your hands braced. Look, I have my hands touching the work surface. I don't have them floating up in the air where they're not going to be as in control. Have your hands touching the work surface and brace your pliers so they don't fly around and are out of control. So I'm just coiling. I'm going to coil this up until I have approximately a little bit more than a 1/4 inch coil. See how I got that there? And now it looks like a little baby fern. But what I really want it to look like is a lollipop. I'm getting hung up on my words. So I'm going to take the pliers and I'm going to grasp. You can hear I've got the jaw snugged up against the coil, and I'm grabbing. I've got the coil facing the floor, and I'm going to hold the coil, and I'm going to flip with my wrist up with a plier wrist. So to make a lollipop. See, that's the lollipop. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my round nose pliers, and this I'm going to use to make the place for an ornament hanging hook. So I've got about a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch sticking out between the plier jaw and the coil here. Push down, and now that would be a place where you can hang an ornament. Now I'm going to grab my ear wire pliers. I'm going to use the smaller barrel this time around. So I'm going to place this coil in the jaw of the barrel with the coil facing up. I'm going to pull it out just a little bit, push this side down, push this side down, and now I'm going to tidy up. Sometimes you need to just tidy up your work. Tidy up here a little bit. As you've already gotten an ear wire shape right here. Now, if you want to leave this long right here, you can. But I like to go here and snip it just a little bit past the length of this lower hook right here. Cool. And you can take and bend this up slightly. And there you have a very quick and easy ear wire. Very quick and easy.